Hi, everyone. Welcome to our editing session. Super excited for that because I feel that editing can really stop a lot of lovely members um, and clients in track. And it doesn't have to be. I just want to start with saying that we are not future cinematographers, unless you are. We are not getting into filmmaking. We are business owners with lots of things to do. So this is why I'm going to limit myself and just show you 3 edits that you absolutely need, that I would recommend to do because you actually don't absolutely need them. You could just have them as is. And to make your videos look just a little bit better, to increase your retention, to increase your stopping the scroll, etc. So let me just say hi to a few people here. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Really good to see you. I know you just joined. You're a brand new annual member. Hi, Martina. Absolutely. Yeah, let's get this pressure off because I know for a lot of us, we are so ambitious and we want to just like overperform everywhere and we want to just do it all everywhere. And then we end up not doing things. I know. Oh, hi, Jane. Oh, Jane is joining us from Australia. You are up early, girl. Thank you so much for your beautiful live energy. Hey there, hey there. I'm not sure the name of my healthy wellness coach. I do love the name. And hi, Morak. I know we were just chatting. Here we are with some of the lovely members from, oh, hey, Kim. Some of the lovely members from the Vault, others who are joining us live. This is awesome. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go straight to showing you the 3 tricks to edit. Then I'm going to answer your questions. Those who are watching here live, put them here, or hold off for a bit later. And then I'm going to also answer pre-submitted questions from the Vault. So perfect. But if you're here live, rest assured your question will be answered because I really appreciate you here live. If you're watching the replay, You can ask your question in the vault, wait for the next live, maybe even leave a comment, and if I see it, I will answer. All right, so a few things about editing. There are quite a lot of options out there, but I do want to tell you that they all basically have the same rules, right? Whether you are doing iMovie, DaVinci Resolve, the script, it's basically the same thing because you have the slicing tool, you have all these tools that are very similar. So what I'm going to show you right now, you're going to be able to replicate it somewhere else using just a different tool. Actually, for those of you who are live here, if you've tried editing before, if you're editing already, let me know what software do you currently use. Let me know in comments. I personally use DaVinci Resolve, which is free, and I also use the script, and I'll show you why I use these two. Okay, so let me know what you use for editing of your videos, or what have you tried, okay? You know, the comments are a bit delayed, so I'm gonna... Okay, Jane is using iMovie. iMovie is perfect. It comes free on a Mac computer, and you could definitely use it. I've seen people taking their channels to thousands and thousands of views and subscribers with just iMovie because this software just keeps getting better and better. So iMovie is awesome. Okay. Okay. So as I said, I use personally DaVinci Resolve. It's free. There's also a paid version, and I use the script. Now, why do I use both here? DaVinci Resolve, I use it to just finesse the editing a bit. I just think I can I have more details to play with DaVinci, and I have tried Final Cut, I tried Adobe Premiere, and yeah, I ended up with DaVinci. Why? DaVinci is free. It does the job. I love it. And I was too overwhelmed with Adobe. Again, we have to remind ourselves, guys, we are not like future editors with all these options and screens popping. Like, I want something simple that's going to do the job, and I just want to keep using it. So this is why I gave up Adobe Premiere. It's pretty intricate, and I didn't want to get into the intricacy of editing. Okay. Morak says the script. Just seeing your code, I missed out. Yeah. Anybody who wants to use the script, because I'm going to be showing the script, I have a code of 50% off for the first 2 months. It is in the comments. Okay. So now, why do I use the script and not just DaVinci? I use the script when I edit lessons, courses, webinars, lives, whenever there's something that's quite long. Why? Because the script gives you the option to edit text. But let me just show you what it's all about, and show you the 3 edits that I would recommend you need for YouTube here. All right, so yeah, agreed, not a fan of any long learning curve these days. Yeah, that's right, Michelle, because we just can't, it's just too much, too many elements for us with all the AI apps and editing and posting and all, and plus we have the lives as well. So keeping it minimal is key. So I'm going to share the screen and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. 1 second. I have quite a lot of things open here. but I'll manage. Okay, so, um, all right, let me see. Yes, okay. Yeah, no time. So 3 edits you need for YouTube. I am going to show you, this is the script. Okay. And the reason why I picked the script, because this is my lovely client. Her name is Jean. Jean is 68 years old, and Jean uses the script. So if you have any type of excuses that you are to this or to that or non-techie that, look at Jean. Jean is now using the script. It is, you know, if it's, I mean, I can't find words. It is easy enough for you to grasp as well. And so this is what I would recommend that you do to your video, okay? So first, okay, you are going to, actually, let me just, so first, of course, you are going to, you know, film your video, whether it's on your phone or on your camera. And then, you know, in the script, you are going to start a project. Let me just share with you how to start a project as well. Let me just see here. Okay. So, new project. Okay. I hope you can see. Yeah. Okay, you can see. What you do here, you do new project, all right, video project, and then you just upload your file, okay? So all you need to do is go to descript.com, new project, video file, and then you just upload it from your computer, whatever you did, just like that one file. If you have multiple files, I'll show you again as well. Okay, but I'm going to go back and grab Jean's project here that I already have. Because if you've already worked on a project, you could just double click on it the way I did, and you could just continue. Okay, so let's say you just want to, you don't have to edit at one sitting. You could just close the script, double click, and continue on. All right, so this is, you know, this is Jean here, and this is the thing with the script is the script is giving you the text. So what you could do, so the first thing I would recommend you do, you remove your pauses. You remove your pauses. So any type of breaths, pauses, mistakes, remove them. Okay. So here, I know that Jean had, let me just show you if I can show the original.
Here.
Yeah. So the Jean's pause was even longer here. Let me just show you if I can recreate it. See, this is even too long for YouTube. And she had it even like longer. Let me just show you. See?
Here.
So we have, she's starting here. We need to remove this dead space. Look at it again. People get quick to click off if they see like you just waiting there. Okay, so make sure you start your video right away. And any type of pauses like this have to be removed. Let me see if you could see it here. Okay, yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do,
here.
You see this here? The script shows you where it starts. So I'm going to select and find a split. No matter what you use, whether you use iMovie, the script, you will have some type of a split. Even in CapCut, there is one. You basically need to split the footage at the end of the pause where she starts speaking. I need to split it. So I'm gonna choose split and I'm going to delete this. That's it. Okay.
Here are.
All right. But look what else is happening in the script. The script by default puts in those black markers, right? So I'm not counting it as the next tip because iMovie doesn't do it, but the script, you need to go here and toggle this off. You don't want add fades. We don't want fades. Okay. So now
Here are.
let's give Jean a little bit. So you see how my cursor becoming like a a bracket. Okay, I'm just gonna give her a little bit more room. All right.
Here are.
Done. Okay, so tip number 1 is removing all the pauses, especially at the beginning. We want to start right away. And then whenever you catch a breath later or like, and then you want to close the gap. Even if like you cut off a little bit of a word, that's fine too. Just it has to be, it has to flow. Are there any questions about removing the pauses, removing breaths? This is tip number 1. Remove your pauses, remove breaths. Do you think you will be able to do that? Okay. No questions. All right. So now, another tip that I want to offer you is speed yourself up or slow yourself down. A lot of people don't even cover that tip, but I think it's really, it can be really useful. How did I delete it? I selected it. Because I did the split, it gave me, like, it only select that part of my video, and I was able to just delete it. So select, and then I pressed delete. Okay. So now
Here are.
we have with there are, we have her thing. That's perfect. I would like to actually speed it up. But when I say speed it up, I'm not going to give Jean like ×2 that she's going to be talking like that. No. But I would say, see here, this is playback speed. I am not quite sure how to do this. Is playback speed. I thought it was 1 second. Not quite sure how to do it within the script now. Oh my goodness. Effects, color adjustment, no. All right. I thought it was our transition, smart transition. Okay. I'll leave that for a bit later. Another thing that I want to show you is the cut. How to make the cut look much better. Okay, so I'm gonna find her cut. Okay, let me see where that first cut was. See, we're just not doing too much editing here, you know. I could probably just do it. Okay, 1 second. Okay. All right, cut. Where is it? Yeah, I'm so much used to like DaVinci Resolve. Sorry about that. I'm just more used to this, but I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Here we go with the cut. So I'm just gonna show you what happened here. Jean was basically looking down at her notes.
3 days. Now,
Okay. So this is what I did here so that the cut looks much better.
for those 3 days. Now,
You saw the zoom? I used zoom here. We cannot see, one second. We cannot see anything with the comment on. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you here. Thank you for saying. So this is this cut here that you see with 225. There is like a little cut. It's because Jean like made a mistake here and I needed to cut out like the dead space, right? So either it's your breath or you're making a mistake. We need to make a cut. So let me just show you what it was before. Okay. Let me just show you what it was before. And then I'll show you what I did. Okay. So
those 3 days.
you see, her eyes kind of went somewhere. And
for those 3 days. Good.
It was like a very jarring thing. Look.
For those 3 days.
It's uncomfortable to watch. It's like almost like she jumped, right? So what I want to do is first I want to do another cut. I want to finish where she stopped talking.
For those 3 days.
Because I don't want her to look down or like stuff, right? So here again, we do split. I'm going to select it and delete. Okay, and now it's still gonna look jarring, but she's not gonna be looking down.
For those 3 days. Good.
You see what I mean? It's much better because we don't see her eyes going down, and it's also, I close the gap with the split here again.
For those 3 days. Good.
But it still doesn't look like nice to watch. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this clip, selecting this clip, and I'm going to enlarge it by 10%. I'm going to zoom it in. So if you have iMovie or anything, what do? You just select the clip and you just make it zoomed. See, I'm zooming in. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. Look at this, guys.
Those 3 days. Goodness.
Oh, okay. She's looking down here. So
those 3 days. Goodness. Now.
Okay. We have to, this is a mistake. Goodness has to be.
Goodness. Now.
Then before the now. I made a mistake here. So I have to clip again, split, select, delete. Here we go. Now look at this.
For those 3 days. Now.
See how much better it looks like with a simple zoom? And of course, there are better editing methods and stuff. But again, we are business owners and we're just like, you know. So I'm zooming in and it looks like this.
For those 3 days. Now.
And I could play a little bit like, because I think it's a bit. Let's see what this is going to look like.
3 days. Now.
Okay, much better. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the zooms? Did you like that method? Did you like that method? Okay, what I did was to select the clip, put it at 110%, and it just zoomed in a little bit, and it just makes it more natural. Okay. So this is number 2 in the script. Okay. Now there is a function in the script where you can select the entire text and then just remove the pauses as well. Okay. Okay. I'm glad it was helpful, Kim. So number 1, remove your breaths. Number 2 is to use the zoom so that the transitions just look more natural. Okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, looks much better. And so this is my recommendation. When you film a YouTube video, just keep going. Don't have like many different pieces of video. Just keep going with one, because you could always select, delete. You could fix it with editing, just like what I'm doing right now. Okay, and now with Jean's video here, you know, we just did the same towards the end, right? And now we have to make sure that the end of the video, it's not too much, you know, it finishes up nicely. I know that it's like, okay, almost there. I think it's like a 7-minute video. Perfect. Okay. So her video, of course, we always have a thing at the end, always, that we are talking and then we need to cut it, right? Because I actually recommend you guys that you don't have an abrupt end. You kind of finish, pause, and then turn off your camera. Why? Because you don't want to just like, bye guys, and then I reach out to finish. Just you want to say bye guys and then switch off. You don't want to be mid-movement when you say the last word, okay? So I taught Jean that, so she was basically...
Comment and let me know.
Okay, comment and let me know, she says. And plus we have to remove the fade again.
And let me know.
So she has a little bit of
me a comment and let me know.
Okay, let me know. So now you could do 2 things. You could do our split again, just here, split scene. Select it and click delete, or what you could do, could just simply drag it, have it as a bracket and drag it. See? I dragged it. I like closed it. So.
And let me know.
Okay? Let me know. That's it. So, how is that, guys? Now, what I also asked you about was the number 3 was, because who here is, let me know, do you think you are a slow talker, fast talker? Let me know in comments. Slow talk. Are you a slow talker? Are you a fast talker on video? What do you think? I am personally a pretty slow talker. So for me, tip number 3 is super important. I always speed up my videos by slow. Okay. And when I say slow, it's not that you're like super slow, but maybe you're not as like, you know, fast paced as today's attention requires, right? Okay, so Martina, for you and for me, what we do is I speed myself up by just 10%. So when I say, you're not sure. Okay. So just kind of like, you know, see, I can show you here. Jean is a pretty slow talker, as I can say.
All day. Drop me a comment and let me.
Which she's not even a slow talker, but look what's going to happen if I just do by 10%. Increase speed. And I'm not doing ×2. I'm doing times 1.1. So almost unnoticeable.
All day. Drop me a comment and let me know.
See, we couldn't even detect that it was sped up, but it's just worth it. So in the script, I am still trying to figure it out. 1 second, how to do the speeding it up. I mean, this is the thing, guys. It's not a tutorial about the script from A to Z, because there's tons of things that you could do. You could watch on YouTube, right? But I'm just showing you 3 editing steps that you can use with the script, with iMovie, with DaVinci, with everything, right? So I know how to do it. For example, in DaVinci, you just basically select it and you do times 110% speed. Okay, so you increase the speed of the video. All right, so these 3 tips is what I would recommend, especially the first 2 ones, meaning closing, like removing your breaths and all the pauses, and then zooming so that the transition looks better. Are there any questions here about editing or YouTube or anything right now? So I'm going to remove here and just answer your questions here. We're going to go to pre-submitted questions, and I'm going to be answering your live questions as well. So, gonna do school, go to pre-submitted and make sure that you answer yours. Ask yours. Sorry, I'm still a little bit tired after travels. Just got back on Monday. All right, so stop screen, now share screen, and I'm going to share YouTube Income Vault. Oh, beautiful. We got 2 new beautiful members in YouTube Income Vault. When I started this session, we were at 281. We are at 283. Welcome, everybody. As a quick reminder, we have a 7-day trial in YouTube Income Vault, and we are about to hit 300 members just after 5 months of being open. That is amazing. So, okay, that was clear about the 3 edits. Fantastic. I am so glad. Okay, and so keep in mind, guys, if you got stuck, if you, for example, forget of how to do a zoom, just, YouTube it or ChatGPT it, and there are so many tutorials about the particular thing. Don't look up how to use the script, but now that you know how to remove pauses, how to use zoom, and how to speed up the video by 10%, only look up these, right? Don't go into the weeds of this entire Descript tutorial unless you want to up your editing game, right? But for now, just like look up how to do zooms in iMovie, how to do zooms in the script, and then use the little zoom for the transition. What I also do, I use a bit of zoom when I don't have a transition, so that it just like, looks just a bit more interesting. It just a little bit more cuts, more interesting, maybe when I want to highlight a word or something. Okay? All right, perfect. Let's get to your questions. And if you're live, just ask your question. Any YouTube or business question goes. So now, helpful and gave me ideas to repurpose a classroom assignment video and try editing it. Perfect. So Kim, what I would do if it's a classroom assignment, if it's like 20 minutes, 45 minutes, like a long one, I would definitely advise that you go into the script, because what you could do, you could also edit text. So let me just actually show you quickly too, with the script. That's like another edit here. So stop sharing. Let me just share the script again. With the script, what you could do, let me just assume here that, you know what, I just don't want this entire part here, and I want to start with, I've been to 85 countries. What the script lets you do is just highlight the text and then just delete. And now Jean is gonna start with, look, this is the beginning of the video.
I've been to 85 countries.
That's it. Instead of her starting with,
Here are 3 myths you need to stop believing.
okay. So highlight and delete. That's the script thing. Or of course you could play here with this, that the way I showed you. Okay, perfect. So let's go to pre-submitted questions. As I said, stop screen, and so here we are. I like making it larger so that you could see it. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay. So first, and I want to write 1 second when I am answering your questions. So, Bonix, I am answering your question at 041. I haven't, but I would really like to start, based in Belgium, and I don't know what niche to follow. Okay. If you want to start posting on YouTube and you don't know what niche, you're just really kind of like lost and you don't know where to start, in YouTube Income Vault, we have a Kickstart and we have a ChatGPT that is a custom ChatGPT that you basically say hi, and it will guide you through prompts to give you clarity about direction. And what I suggest that you do, if you don't know what niche to pick, what direction to pick for your channel, is try one. Okay, try the direction that you think that will lead to your future offers or your offers right now. If your offer is, like Jane here, she teaches how to, sorry about the New York sounds, she teaches how to sew for men. So her offers are men's sewing offers, right? So she's going to be showing behind the scenes. She's going to be showing patterns, specific patterns. And then she could show, a little bit. She could show how to sew a pocket. I know that she is. And then if you want to learn how to sew the entire shirt, I have this in my membership, right? Or if you want to learn how to sew, if you want to get access to other patterns, I will show you there. So you see, Jane's videos, in my opinion, I would suggest that they lead to her future offers. Same thing with you, Bonings. What are you selling right now? What are you thinking about selling? Are you offering one-on-one coaching? What are your offers or your future offers? This is how you pick your niche for your YouTube channel. Ideally, you want your ecosystem to be all connected. Your YouTube channel, your offers, your future offers should all align into one beautiful ecosystem. Don't make it all separate. We don't have time for this like split attention. All right. Has this been helpful? Okay, now we have Ariana, and Ariana has let me actually just see if you have. Okay, there are no questions here. Again, if you are live, you can ask your questions as well. So, or you can also interrupt me and ask a question about what I'm sharing. So, Ariana, 044, I have a question about playlists. Chatting it out of ChatGPT, perfect. Seems my first playlist should be the what is and how does emotion code work. Then other playlists can be about each type of a solution. ADHD overwhelm, finding love, releasing pain, okay? I imagine making shorts while performing my sessions would be entertaining and strike curiosity, okay? Okay. The goal is to attract remote clients, sorry, and not to monetize YouTube. Perfect, Ariana. This is exactly our goal on YouTube as a business coach. What I always say is monetizing YouTube is small potatoes. This is not enough to support yourself, to have a full-time job as a coach, as a business owner. Just to give you an example, a channel with 100,000 subscribers, which probably will take 2 to 3 years to build to, at least, I mean, you could tell me how long usually you see that it takes people. I am not even close to there. And I know that it takes people 2 to 3 years to get to 100 subscribers. Also, depending on your niche, if it's, finance, how to, niches that get paid a lot by YouTube, right? With that amount of subscribers, you probably would look at 3,000 to 5,000 a month, okay? After 3 years of posting videos consistently, you get 3 to 5,000. You can make this money selling digital products, offering coaching sessions, and running your membership, okay? Like, I make 5K a month working on Tuesdays, okay? Maybe I'm bragging here. I've been a business coach for over 10 years, and I have 5 clients on Tuesdays. Every single hour is taken on Tuesdays. I don't take any more private clients, and they all pay 1,000 each. It's 5K. It's 5K a month, right? I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I'm not waiting to be at 100,000 subscribers. I'm working on Tuesdays giving private lessons. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that there are way easier ways to make money than to wait for YouTube monetization. You could just work on Tuesdays as a seasoned business coach and make 5K a month. You don't want to wait to have 100K. Also, so good for you. Don't wait for YouTube monetization. It's small potatoes money. You are a business coach, and there are easier ways to monetize YouTube. Okay? So, what your question is here is you want to use, so you want to have playlists for each type of a solution. You're just now realizing these are questions for live. Okay, no problem. So you are a part of YouTube Arena, and we've already chatted about this, that your emotion code work is your mechanism, is the way that you teach, right? A lot of people have different ways that they share knowledge. Your mechanism, your signature process involves emotional code work. Okay, now what kind of transformation you are offering to people? What is happening with that emotional code work? Because I am not signing up for any type of a program If a program tells me, Anna, sign up for emotional code, I'm like, what? What am I going to get from it? So I want to know, how is my life going to change thanks to emotional code? You could keep your signature process. I get it. But talk to me the way I want to be talked to, meaning talk about the transformation. What's going to happen? Am I going to be more productive? Am I going to get rid of afternoon slump energy? Am I going to, is it going to help my, like, let's say, you have this ADHD overwhelm. Is it going to get me clarity and focus as somebody who deals with ADHD? Am I gonna be able to find love and open myself up and get rid of masculine energy or something like that? Or am I going to, move from pain and all this? So these are three completely different transformations that you're offering. Okay? I would say sit with it and choose one transformation that you're going to focus on and test it out. What is the best transformation that you could offer to your client that your emotion code could be used for to facilitate this transformation? Okay, so let's say that you're just going to choose ADHD overwhelm. Okay, so you're going to promise to people with ADHD that they are going to get clarity, that they are not going to be overwhelmed anymore, thanks to emotion code. I would not have playlists with ADHD, overwhelm, finding love, release gain. These are three different transformations and three different YouTube channels. Your YouTube channel ideally should have one word. Okay? Or like one long keyword. So ADHD overwhelm. That's it. Your playlist would be, dealing with ADHD if you were diagnosed later in life. Get rid of ADHD overwhelm. ADHD in business. Treating ADHD as an asset in your business. Okay, so all the playlists, the entire channel will be about ADHD and you helping emotion code work ADHD people. That's if you choose this direction. Do not mix ADHD. I would not suggest you do that. ADHD overwhelm with all of the sudden finding love. Because if I am an ADHD person and I subscribe to your channel, if you start talking about love, even though I may need some help with love, I'm going to leave. Make sure your channel has one path, one thing, one theme, one direction. Okay? Because this is also how YouTube wants us to send signals. YouTube wants to find your audience. And if your signals are all over the place, if you're all of a sudden teaching love and this and that, YouTube will be like not giving you impressions. Okay? Great question about just going with one direction and treating emotion code work as a vehicle to help with that transformation. Okay? Perfect. All right. So now, apps that you like for editing, I'd like to overlay text and images. I'd be using my iPhone to record. I see there's a pause feature when recording, but my remote only does record start and stop. You don't even need to pause. You could just keep going and then just edit it out. You could have a footage that's 20 minutes long, and then you could make a video that's 10 minutes from it. That's fine, right? Simple zoom in and zoom out on your face. That's exactly what we were just covering. This is done with editing. What you do, Ariana, is exactly what I showed you here. So watch the beginning of the video, and it is basically cut and enlarge the footage of the video by 10%. So you do 110%. Okay. And then you just do it right back. It's so funny that you asked. That's wonderful. Okay. And so overlaying text and images, you just do another track and you just put an image or text or image there. Okay. But again, I don't want to go too much into editing. I just showed you 3 most important things, right? If you want to learn overlay, you know, I don't know if you use, you could use, again, the script, you could use CapCut, iMovie, or DaVinci Resolve that is free. And what you do, you just have another track and you put image or text over there. You just like do like an overlay, like put something else, one more track. I just showed you how to do one track. You just add another track, okay? A lot of things now is basically grabbing. So you're just gonna grab and move it over. And in CapCut, I know that there is overlay. So it's gonna be add overlay. Overlay means basically over that first track, okay? Great questions. All right. So now, Michelle, we have 055. I'll go over this question. Okay. Email address for setting up a YouTube channel. Will I be collecting email? I will be collecting emails, of course, with a freebie for the email management software. I'm creating an email in Google Workspace with a domain name hosted in Google. Does that count as Google Work email? Yeah. You don't want gmail.com as your address. So yes, you are going to get a domain name. You want a host, you want to host it somewhere. I have it hosted in GoDaddy. And then I have my email box through, Google Workspace. And I have an email through Google Workspace that is connected, to my Google account is connected to YouTube. But I'm hosting my domain in GoDaddy. You have to host your domain somewhere else. Okay. I'm not sure if Google like offers hosting or something, but I'm hosting, but it's separate from email. Hosting a domain is separate from email. I'm about to get started and I can finally grow my channel. Way to go, Jonathan. Murag, I saw you live here. I don't know if you have other questions. I think editing is my main question for the moment, although I'm doing fairly well with the script. Ready, just, you're learning the basics and you probably know already what I just covered. And that is it. Maybe you just learned about Zooms. Maybe you've been doing Zooms and, removing your pauses and doing Zooms for transitions that's what we need. Okay. All right. Kimberly, beginners tips of where to start. I saw you live. That is perfect. So I just covered it. So perfect. Okay. So good. These were all the pre-submitted questions from the vault. If you've just joined the vault, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let me know if you have any editing or any other questions about YouTube, about business. We still have, some time here. Do you know what your next step is going to be? I have it here. Martina, I find it hard to get started with video filming. I get it. Martina, one thing that I have 2 tips for anybody who finds it hard with filming. Tip number 1 is I would suggest that you get yourself into a flow of filming. Okay? how to get into the flow of filming. Tip number 1 is start with Instagram stories. Literally take your phone, get to stories, and just do a little bit of stories at the beginning, just to get yourself into the whole filming game. Maybe you just need a bit of warm up. Don't expect that you're just gonna press record and just do it. Get yourself into this whole filming game with maybe stories will help. Okay. Or maybe even just like you pressing record. We have so much room on iPhones nowadays. So just press record and start talking. Film without posting. Okay. So build that muscle first. So that's number 1, is to get yourself into the flow. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 of how to get yourself into the flow. If you're not into Instagram stories, that's totally fine. In the vault, we have YouTube prompt playbook. Martina, I believe that you are a member. You're just joined, if I remember well. I may be losing a bit of track, guys, because we are approaching 300 members. I can't believe it. So I think you just joined, Martina. And so there is a YouTube prompt playbook. And prompt number, that's great. Yes. Thank you so much. So in the YouTube prompt playbook, prompt number 4 will let you rehearse with ChatGPT. So you go from idea to posting. And so, first you come up with the idea and all that. Then prompt number 4 is going to tell you rehearse with ChatGPT. So literally what I do is I have it set on voice, right? And what I do is I'm going to say my whole video out loud. And there's exact prompt in the prompt playbook. I'm going to say my entire video out loud. I want you to give me a grade from 0 to 10. Then I just say it out loud. I'm not pressing and record, nothing. I'm just recording. And I'm going to say, wondering how to get views with, wondering how to get sales with tiny audience. This is exactly what I did on my channel. Okay. Just going to say out the entire video. And then ChatGPT will give me a grade from 0 to 10. Sometimes I get 7.8, 8.2, and it's fun. It's like I like gamifying stuff. So when it gives me a grade, I see what type of corrections it gave me. Maybe I'm not starting strong. Maybe I'm just repeating myself too much. Sometimes it says that, I'm over-explaining. Sometimes like I'm looking at the feedback and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to record my video again. And I'm not pressing record, nothing. All I'm doing is talking to my phone. So I'm just saying out loud again. What it does, Martina, is it's basically putting me more at ease when I finally press record. When I finally press record, I'm going to be like, da-da-da-da-da. This is me talking, because it's going to be the 3rd time of saying out the entire video. And if you want, just do it again so that your grade gets better and better and better. It's so satisfying to go from 7.8, then it's like 8.4, then it's 9.2. I'm like, yay, let's do it. And so when you press record, it's just like you are so much more at ease just because you've been rehearsing. The key is don't miss anything I said, guys. Don't Frankenstein my methods here. Okay? I said say it out loud. I didn't say read it. I didn't say think of it. I literally said say out your entire video loud. Okay? No Frankensteining my methods. Water is done. Okay. Thank you, and I hope to run to the next meeting. See you in school for more sharing. Absolutely. Awesome, Martina. I'm so glad that this is helpful. I hope that it helped. Like, others as well, you're just going to be so much more at ease, and you're going to have it all more fun because you're going to be getting grades from ChatGPT. Yay! Okay, any other questions here, guys? Editing, filming, starting on YouTube, where to even start. Awesome, Linda. Good to see you. Yay. I'm so glad that you found it helpful. If you are not a member of the Vault, the prompt is going to be basically, I'm going to say out loud my entire video. Can you please give me a grade from 0 to 10 and give me feedback as well? And then just say, I'm going to say out my video loud again. Can you give me the grade? Of course, you're gonna see what kind of feedback ChatGPT gave you and improve. Okay. So I think there was another. I think I saw Nicole's question as well. I'm not sure if I missed it or not. No, I'm not sure where. Okay. Thought I saw it somewhere. All right, maybe I'll catch it later. Okay. Yeah. If you're a member of the Vault, it is so important that you put your questions under the thread for the live questions if you want to pre-submit the question. Just because with close to 300 members, I may not see your question if it's just randomly posted by itself or if it's like a comment under a different thread. Okay, we're getting more and more lovely members, which is incredible, but it also means that we need to be a bit more disciplined if you want to get your question answered. Or just show up live and I'll catch your question live. Okay. Learning Hylian. Learning Hey Lian. Is your name Lian? Maybe it's Lian. Hi Lian, good to see you. I missed the beginning. Would you recommend most videos are just face to camera, as little editing as possible? Okay. Love this question. It's okay that you missed the beginning. You can always catch the replay. At the beginning, you're right. I recommended 3 things, to add as far as editing, and I went over these 3 things. So yeah, just these 3 things from the beginning of the video. Use the script, make it simple, and using these 3 tips, you are going to make your video like so much, more retention friendly and so much more reviewer friendly, and they're going to be easier to watch, and they're going to be enough for a business coach to put out on YouTube. Okay. Face to camera. Yes. And I shared with you tips of how to make the face to camera videos just more viewer friendly. And to tell you quickly, that was all about removing the pauses and to make transitions easier by using Zoom. I shared with you how to do it exactly step by step. The third tip was to either speed yourself up a bit or slow yourself down a bit, because usually we all need that. Like I need to be sped up by like 10%. And again, speeding up is not times 2, times 3 to start talking like really quickly, but to just speed it up by 10%. So it's going to be times 110%. Unless you think that you speak okay. But I know that this was a good tip for me. Okay, so Liam, great question. Just watch the replay of this video to see these 3 tricks for editing. And that's awesome. Now, any other questions, either about editing or filming your next video or your first video, getting started? We have a trial for the Vault. Actually, let me know in comments if you are a Vault member. Can you please put Vault in the comments. I want to see how many lovely members are here. And okay, Linda, vote member. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. This is the link if you want to start a free 7-day trial. Oh, this is not Evelyn about. This is not the link. Oh my God. This is not. This was another community. I'm just going super fast. This is the link. Okay. And we have a free trial in the vault. We are at 283 members right now. You can try for 7 days completely free. You can try and get into the set up your channel challenge. For 5 days, you're going to set up your channel to be visible to ChatGPT. You don't even have to post a video yet. You can just set up your channel, optimize it so that your future clients can find it. And guess what? You can get your first subscribers. This is exactly what I did, guys. I set up my channel and I optimized it and I got first 8 subscribers before posting any video. Yep. I was like, how am I starting with 8 subscribers? Well, because I optimized my channel before posting a video. You can set it up and then just like when you're ready, I thought I set it up. I think I set it up and then I posted my video like 2 months later. Then I like posted my first video and I had already 8 subscribers because they found my channel because it had a channel description, it had a link. I even got like freebie signups. So do that. The challenge is in the vault. It's you can join it for free, do the challenge. Yeah. And I'll see you guys next week for the next week's Q&A. You can watch it live, ask your questions, or you can pre-submit your questions in the vault. Awesome to see you. Thanks so much. If you have any additional editing questions, just post them in the vault or post them here in the comments of this live. Keep it simple. Limit yourself to just like these three things. You can always improve and add more things to your editing a bit later. You can add the overlays, you can add the text, you can add music if you want, but start simple. Your audience may not care about fancy editing. Your audience may care about their transformations. Thanks so much. I see you guys next time. Bye.